Hey, what's up? Today I have these two microphones in front of me. The RODE VideoMic Go 1, which I think is the worst microphone that has ever been created. And the RODE VideoMic Go 2, which is its successor. So let's find out if this one is any better and what's wrong with this one. So jumping straight into the video, this is what the standard USB mic sounds like. This is the sound of the RODE VideoMic Go 2, and this is the sound of the RODE VideoMic Go 1. Can you hear it? What if I do this? Terrible. It's the grounding. Let me take this. Oh. Much better sound. Let me take this off. Can you hear that? That's the problem with this microphone. Both this microphone and the other microphone don't ground their signal. Let me explain. The moment I let go of this is the moment that I am acting as the ground, and you can hear the slight buzz. So what this buzz is all the electronics around me. That is what you're hearing when I take my hands off. RODE does nothing to ground it, even though they have all the technology inside to simply include a grounding pin that is going to connect to this edge of the cable, and then it would have resolved all the problems. So yeah, it seems like the first microphone was completely terrible. The second microphone isn't much better, but they have a USB plug, so let's see how that sounds. So now we're connected to the RODE VideoMic Go 2 using the USB cable, and as you can hear, there's still some buzzing sound. Let me just do this. It is because it is picking up the electric noise around here, so let's try and figure out where this electric noise is coming from. It appears to be my cat. But if we look closely, the cat is actually on an electric blanket, and if we switch that blanket off, you can hear that the majority part of the noise disappears. But it's not just the blanket. Listen carefully. I'm going to increase the volume. So even though there is an electric blanket that is producing a lot of noise, it's still picking up the rest of the electricity too. And just to make a point, let me just quickly do this. Listen. Yes, you can definitely hear that this microphone picks up all the electric noise. And you ask yourself, well, don't all microphones do that? Yes, to some degree, varying degree. Let's have a listen to this microphone over here. So I did a few tests and realized that my jacket actually produced a lot of sound. So I'm going to be very quiet this time, and we're going to increase the volume of this microphone by 200%, 500%, and 1000%. Now we're going to do the same thing for this microphone. 200%, 500%, and 1000%. Which, by the way, as you can hear, that this microphone is specifically prone to picking up electromagnetic noises. And if you think I'm the only one who has this problem, let's look at what famous YouTubers have to say about this microphone, or more specifically about the version 1, because there's more information about it.
We have the RODE VideoMic Go, so that you can hear some kind of a static noise, some kind of interference that it's picking up. Once again, had some of the weird sound, kind of static introduced, I think some kind of an interference. It also picked up a good amount of background noise, and it just didn't sound that great.
This was Max Yuriev. This video was released in 2017, and since then has gotten 500,000 views. He's a very well respected YouTuber. We also have Tech Gear Talk. He also compares the video mics, the audio from the camera,
according to a DSLR or mirrorless camera would sound like. This isn't intended to be a scientific experiment, but more of a representation of what I experience when I use this microphone in real life.
So let me quickly show you the problem and how I fixed this microphone. The problem is that it doesn't have a shielding over here, no electromagnetic shield, so you create your own. You create a coil, or you can use tinfoil, anything metal that covers the capsule on top here, and then this becomes your ground. If you connect the ground to a cable that has the tip ring sleeve, right, so tip ring sleeve to the bottom part, to the sleeve part, and the rest of the cable becomes your ground. You can also connect the rest of this cable to your microphone stand or something else, and that will also technically do the same thing. Now, what RODE could have done? There's 3 screws on the back here. Let's take those out, right? And then we can take out the capsule. There it is. So this is the microphone. Everything else is just plastic. This is the microphone right over here. Just the capsule. So RODE could have done this. They could have isolated it. They could have put a tin foil or any kind of metal around it and continued it around to hit the bottom over here, to hit the last part where the jack puts in. So that way, when you put in the cable would have touched this metal piece here, and it would have continued around, and that would have isolated, and that would have removed the problem. Would have this been difficult for RODE to do? Absolutely not. You should trust a company so great as RODE as to think about all of these things. That's the reason why you're paying them $100 for a microphone. This is the $100, the rest is plastic. That's right here. So you pay them for the good sound, not for the actual components. And RODE missed the mark, missed the ball completely. And when I emailed RODE, when I told them about this, they told me, no, it's your camera, no, it's your preamp. RODE is very well aware of this problem. There are hundreds, there's thousands of complaints about this microphone in specific, and if you Google something like VideoMic Go hissing or fix or something of that line, you're just going to find a lot of people tinfoiling their microphones and coming up with one or another solution. And RODE is completely aware of this, but yet they continue selling this microphone until this very day. That is why I don't trust RODE. They make some bad products, NTG2 is one of them, and they continue selling them knowing that they have a faulty product. So if you think they have your best interest in mind, I don't think that is the case. If a product is selling, they will keep it on the market and they will not recall it, they will not fix it, no matter how many emails or complaints they get. That being said, is RODE a terrible company for the rest of the products? I don't think so. I think they make some good products. I think they make some bad products. This is definitely one of the bad products. But if this video helped you, if you were hearing a hiss and didn't know where it came from, and now you know, leave a like for this video. Comment below if this has happened to you. What do you think about the new RODE VideoMic Go 2 microphone? Does that give you hissing? Does the one give you hissing? Overall, just let me know. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts, your ideas, and do you think RODE is evil, or do you think they're actually a really good company? Either way, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.